As AIPAC's president these past couple of years, I have been privileged to work with so many of you to ensure that in times of song and celebration, and in the times of tears and devastation, America always stands by Israel.
As this conference makes clear, in this election year, each candidate for president is open to being our friend. Each one has demonstrated his or her commitment to a strong U.S.-Israel relationship. And that fact is critical to all of us who together are AIPAC. We are not a debate society or a protest movement. AIPAC works to build friendships with leaders and help them understand the importance of their decisions on issues critical to America and Israel. Our goal is to have a friend in the White House. There is no question on that. That Congress is our bedrock. The place in the American political spectrum where we have friends who know very well the special relationship that links Israel and America. Friends who know the history. Friends we can count on and who can count on us. It is our task to build on those bedrock relationships through the elections in November and through our lobbying tomorrow. We need to make our voices heard on a series of critical issues. First, foreign aid. Foreign aid is now moving into budget mode in the first year of a new 10-year commitment to provide Israel with $30 billion in vital security assistance. In a region where the threats to Israel are growing, this is America's commitment to maintaining Israel's qualitative military edge over her adversaries. I just want to take a moment to express our profound gratitude to Congress and to President Bush. President Bush has been a steadfast friend. He has stood by Israel in difficult times and has sent a message that no matter what, the United States stands with her ally Israel.
I've worked with all of you since I was elected to Congress in 1990, and I'm especially pleased to be here today. And I want to say first is thank you. Thank you to all of you and your commitment to Israel and your commitment to the pact that we have in America between the American people and the Israeli people. It's a pact that you continue to support, to foster, and to strengthen. And I, as one simple American, want to say thank you to all of you for your commitment. America has no closer ally than Israel.
It is truly a pleasure to be here with so many great friends of Israel. Israel is grateful for AIPAC's tireless efforts and unending dedication to promoting the joint American-Israeli relations, values, and interests. AIPAC empowers the next generation of American supporters of Israel and ensures that the alliance between Israel and the United States is never taken for granted. Israel is grateful for the long-standing bipartisan congressional friendship and support manifested most recently by the initiative to mark Israel's 60th anniversary that we just celebrated. We are particularly thankful for your support and recognition of the 10-year Memorandum of Understanding between our countries. The approval of the MOU from 2009 onward is crucial to maintaining Israel's security and qualitative edge.
For many reasons, it is important for us to support the security of Israel. It is in the national interest of the United States of America to support the security of Israel. On the very day that our delegation left for Israel, the House passed the Security Assistance and Arms Export Control Reform Act of 2008. The bill underscores U.S.'s commitment to Israel's security by ensuring that Israel is treated like NATO members, as well as Australia, New Zealand, and Japan, for purposes of expediting exports of essential military equipment. This represented real change. In addition, the bill begins the implementation of the new 10-year Memorandum of Understanding on U.S. security assistance to Israel and requires that Israel's qualitative military edge be empirically assessed on an ongoing basis. The bill recognizes what I already said, that Israel's national security is a priority for the United States, and it recognizes the request for increased security assistance for Israel. I don't know if Harry or John Boehner told you this earlier, but the first installment of this increase, $170 million, will be in the supplemental appropriation bill the House will consider soon. In fact, that we are considering now, so we can expedite this.
Today, it makes me immensely proud to say that after 60 years, Israel has no better friend in the world than the United States of America. The U.S.-Israel alliance is indivisible and unbreakable. The United States has a vital interest in peace between Israelis and Palestinians. We will, though, defend against any action that would compromise Israel's security, so Israel can be bold in its pursuit for peace. For the United States is fully behind her and fully committed to her security.
The threats to Israel's security are large and growing, and America's commitment must grow as well. I strongly support the increase in military aid to Israel scheduled to begin in October. I am committed to making certain Israel maintains its qualitative military edge.
Today, I will be speaking from my heart and as a true friend of Israel. And I know that when I visit AIPAC, I am among friends, good friends. Friends who share my strong commitment to make sure that the bond between the United States and Israel is unbreakable today, unbreakable tomorrow, unbreakable forever. The bond between Israel and the United States is rooted in more than our shared national interests. It's rooted in the shared values and shared stories of our people. And as President, I will work with you to ensure that it is this bond that is strengthened. As President, I will implement a Memorandum of Understanding that provides $30 billion in assistance